So here we are, we're hiking up to our elk camp. This is 2021, me and Kyle. My buddy's a local here at this spot. He kind of grew up hunting it, so he knows his way around, and he was nice enough to take me up there, and we'd picked this spot out about a month or two prior to this, and it's about 1.5 miles, 2 miles up some pretty steep terrain just to get to where we're camping. So we brought about a week's supply of stuff on our back. Our packs are about 70-80 pounds. I think we're only planning on staying out there for 5 days and 4 nights. But anyways, I just realized after I got home that the microphone on the GoPro was not recording audio. So yeah, we're basically just setting up camp and getting things dialed in. Real excited. It's the night before opening day, so got our tarp set up. Supposed to have a rainstorm. I'm sleeping in this little pup tent thing I built, and Kyle brought a full tent up for gear and whatnot. So after everything's pretty much set up, we decided to hike back down to our trucks at Kyle's mom's house and get some extra gear, like a smaller backpack for our day hunts and whatnot, and also do a little bit of scouting on the way down. It's about 60 degrees, so it was a really nice September, and here we are hiking down. It started getting pretty hot on the way up. I mean, we're climbing about probably 2,000 feet of elevation change in 1.5 miles. As the night closes in, it's hard to contain our excitement. You know, I don't think I slept very much that first night. We're up bright and early, about 5 a.m., about an hour before daylight. It's raining really hard. You can't tell in this shot, but we basically kind of hunkered down for a little bit because it's really pouring down rain, and we start to gear up underneath the tarp, and we're gonna go out in it either way. Yeah, and like I said, Kyle knows these woods like the back of his hand. He's been hunting up here since he was 14, so he's kind of got a plan for this morning, and we're going to check the trail cam that we had set there about a month ago and see what's kind of roaming around in the area. We're just kind of taking this side hill through some thick stuff, and again, it's raining pretty hard this morning. This is what we're after. This is a big 6-point bull we got on the trail cam. Came through a day or two before we were there, and then not shortly after that we saw this big tomcat that was stalking the herd of elk. So essentially it pushed these elk out of that area, but we didn't give up. We went back to camp that night and regrouped, and here we are out again on the next morning. We're gonna try a different area, as we just didn't see any sign in that whole canyon. And we're assuming it's probably because of that cat. our third day of non-stop hiking. I think on this day we hiked around 15 miles. We went to the very farthest spot that we thought they may be hiding and came up with nothing. I did see a big bull about 900 yards across the ridge in a place that couldn't get to that night, but we came back in the morning and there was sign of him, but no elk. So down at the bottom of this mountain here is the creek, and we had to come down every single day to fill up our canteens, usually about 2 to 3 gallons. And in the video this doesn't look that steep, but it's brutally steep, and we had to do it over and over. Overall though, it was a great hunting trip. We learned a lot, had a lot of fun, and it was the first part of early archery for elk, so you'll see coming up the second part of archery in the early season. I kind of ventured out on my own, and so did Kyle, so you know, that's the way it goes sometimes elk hunting. Out here again in the place where we camped, me and Kyle, so I'm gonna hike up here alone. Kyle's knee and his back are hurting, so we got 4 days left in the elk season, and I'm a good couple miles in already, trying to get up in this spot before dark and see if I can see anything. So elk hunting's been pretty hard this year, man. There not many people have been killing stuff, and I don't know. We're not seeing a lot, but I'm praying to God that I see something up here and I can kill it. So making my way up this steep terrain. Gonna get to our old camp and kind of go from there. So. about 4:30, and I got all my camp packed back up in my backpack here. Kyle's still got to grab his tent. We're gonna stash these tarps for next year. He might take one of them, but he's not up here, and I'm just getting the rest of my stuff out of here. So I'm gonna hunt this evening up here, and we'll see if we can come up with any elk. Other than that, I got three days left after this of elk season, so I'm gonna take my stuff and hopefully pack in somewhere else for a couple day trip, and hopefully get into some elk if I don't kill one tonight. It's real dead over there in the canyon. I mean, no new sign, no nothing, so I figured I'd give it a shot since I was up here grabbing my stuff and see how it goes. Pack's pretty full. Here's where I was sleeping. So he'll be back on Wednesday or Thursday to get the rest, and yeah, that's elk camp here at least. I just got to this place today, and I've seen a lot of sign. I hiked down in that drainage, and they're in here. I just gotta find where, because this whole drainage is like 20 miles long, so it could be anywhere. I'm gonna sit here in glass, hopefully find some that I can stalk. So just before I got the camera out here, I spooked a bachelor herd of 5 mule deer bucks. They 2 or 3 of them were forked horns and spikes, and there was a 3x3 in there, and one of them was like a 170 class 5x6 or something massive. But they're in this area, and later on, which I didn't get on camera, me and Kyle just day hunted out here, and we saw a huge whitetail buck at like 25 yards. He was at least a 150, 160 class whitetail. So this area's got some big bucks in it. creek bottom kind of thing down here, and I'm on my way back. I hiked all the way up to the top of this mountain, and I'm walking back on the path that I took. Check that out. These are cougar prints, big old tom prints. So it follows my prints all the way. It was right behind me, following me. Should be an interesting hike back. Still trying to be quiet in case I run into some elk or something, but a little bit sketched out. Well, it's the last day of elk season, December 8th, and I'm trying for the last time. I've gotten pretty close to elk a few times over on Micah, but basically, yeah, I'm just kind of hiking my way back behind property through some pretty gnarly bush. Should be interesting. I got my bow and some snow clothes on and stuff, so hopefully it goes well. So I figured I'd include a picture of this buck Kyle got on. He went rifle hunting in New Mexico, so good on him.